Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing up chat before we even start. It's amazing. Okay, let's get this party started. The thing will be here soon as I started the hey, look, we're doing this, and as soon as I started it up, the little ones woke up. So, maybe we'll go over here. We'll do the hunting grounds. Oh, and one more thing. Just a moment. Okay, here we go. Thank you guys for resubscribing. Has it really already been 3 months? That's bonkers. Holy cow. Yeah, these are the kind of challenges that like I want hunting grounds to be like. So I'm so glad that they made them the way they did. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other ones are fun, but this one feels like more of what an actual hunting grounds would be like. Oh, hello, side quest.
Aloy! Hey, Aloy! Come to test yourself?
Oh, you're
Why
back!
else would you be out here?
Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me really happy.
Looks good.
Yes, start of the third. That does make a pretty big difference. Hello.
You got determination. That can't be taught. The chieftain's trial is a challenge that will push even the mightiest hunter to their limits. Only the largest, most dangerous machines will be loosed into the arenas.
Ooh.
Learn their weaknesses quickly, and do what you can to exploit them. To best them and survive, that is an ordeal worthy of a chieftain.
I might have to wait for the thing for
That's
that
all
one,
I've
because
got
that
on
one
it for now.
sounds amazing
You
as
have more
well.
to return.
Darn. Everything in this in this area is just so good. I can't do anything without him here. And that's an okay thing for me. We'll just get rid of some of our excess. How's your guys' day been? It was a little warmer here, so we got to spend a lot of our day outside. It was nice. Let's see. I've got a crap ton of this. Thank you for the warning. Don't need watcher lenses. Oh, that's right. You guys have a lot of smoke up there, don't you? Ooh, fixing doors. I don't know if this is the way it is for you guys, but like if I can get something done during the day, like even if it's just a tiny little task, I feel so good. Especially when it comes to like repair work. It's just awesome to me. Yeah. You can walk it off, Aloy. This time. There was a squeaky door for my son's room. The door occasionally will just start to squeak, and it's just one little screw that manages to come loose, And it makes it nigh impossible to leave the room without them waking up and be like, Mom! But, you know, just tighten that little sucker and it's like, haha! I'm the 10th wonder of the world. Bunch of stuff cleaned up from around the yard. Awesome. Welcome to the chat, Master Scarlet. It's good to see you again. Oh, I'm leaving gameplay area, but there's stuff. That's dumb. You have a fairly large yard, don't you, Scarlet? With orchids out in the front, I think is what I saw. Way back in the springtime. Consistently, kind of. I think that when they were putting it into the frame, they did it kind of wonky, and so usually it'll take about 3 months for it to get to the point where I have to screw it tight again.
Thanks for the trail.
But yeah, it's usually just the one. It's weird that screws come out, but it always seems to be to my boys' room, never anywhere else. Same thing happened with the changing table, so whatever voodoo master has taken possession of my child's room. Fork suspension light grease. Oh, hi,
Fight
hi.
or run.
Whole herd of you. Not now, grazers. I'm in Lancehorns. I'm reading chat. You have an acre? Oh, man, that sounds amazing. This is not exactly where I wanted to be, but hey, I'll take it. Ugh. Okay, it's coming loose consistently. Interesting. It's the screw that comes loose, but I think the door that is in it is slightly bowed, which probably does not help at all. But we bought the house new, and so I don't know if the wood would be worn already. I'm not exactly sure what it means for the wood to be worn in that case. Oh, what's that? I'm just hitting all the wrong places. I feel kind of bad when they go limping away. I mean, I know I'm killing them all, but... That does sound really cool. That's kind of what I think that I might want. Maybe a finished basement, but I mean...
Fine.
It's not mandatory for it to have a finished basement for me. Just so long as I get a yard where I can have a garden going. Currently I live in a townhouse, and so I'm not allowed to have a garden. There's a community garden that I can participate in, but it's not quite the same when you have to drive to get what you want.
For later.
I should I'm amazed you don't see me. I guess I've got more stealth on me than I think. Ah, missed. Amazing. Let's see. If the screw is loose, the thread may have been pulled back. Okay, so if I'm understanding it right, basically what you're saying is to fill the hole with more wood so that the screw can actually grip something and stay in place. That's what would happen if I put the toothpicks in the... I can't remember if it was putty or glue, but putting that stuff in there would give the screw something to secure itself. You've got garden thieves. I hate those. Oh, I hate those. My uncle has an amazing garden, and he would just catch random strangers picking stuff out of his yard. It's like, what are you doing? Get out of here. This is private property. The least you could do is ask.
Hardy little plant. You'll help.
Toothpicks and glue. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you. I will try that next time the door starts squeaking, because I won't remember otherwise. Well, I guess we're just gonna go get a couple more things on the map then, because chiclets are a little more awake, I guess. I'm not surprised. My eldest had his doctor's appointment today, and he's hurting. The poor kid. He got 3 shots, and I think that the nurse went a little too deep, because he's got some major bruising going on, and like, he was fine until bedtime, and then he didn't want to move, and he was just in more pain than I've ever seen him in. It was really sad. Where are you, goat? I need more squirrels, actually. Nice squirrels, no squirrels. I hear sounds of the thing coming down the stairs, so we'll get back to the bears in just a moment. Oh. Well then. That's what that sign means.
I don't know how it works, but I know how to stop it.
Jeez. You can take a punch. Whoops. Oh, stalker. I didn't know you were here. Okay. We'll... Just a moment. Yikes. Oh, thank you. Okay. There you are.
Here I am.
Here you is. Let's get this puppy set up here. So, subscriptions for another month came up, and first thing in chat was Jared and Pseudo doing that. And then cheering immediately after.
Oh, wow. I will read all the lore tonight. All of it will be read.
Okay, celebration time. Let's see. By the way, Scarlett has suggested something that should fix the squeaky door upstairs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you take out the screw, you stuff the hole with toothpicks and glue, and that gives it purchase. Because if the screw is constantly loose, it's which it is.
Yeah. It holds it all together, basically remakes the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, another one. Okay then.
I just don't think about it because I'm not the one who fixes it. You fix it.
I fix all the things.
So I don't listen to my inner dialogue at all. It was hiding from you.
He's stalker is what does. Suna says we got excited. So
About the toothpicks, the
No.
subscriptions, or you reading lore?
all of the above.
I'm trying to know.
Wait, roar? No.
Vic?
Roar?
Ah.
I was gonna go and do the final thing at the hunting grounds, but it sounds like an amazing trial, so it's like, nope, can't do that. Nice warm spot. But now we can.
Okay, let's do it.
Where's my... Just go. Oh, that's the one. Go to the hunting grounds. That's it. Chicklets asleep?
I didn't hear them.
All right.
You've got determination. That can't be taught.
Okay. So they're gonna let out the biggest, baddest machines for the chieftain trial. Whoops.
And you will beat them all.
I will beat them all, or die
The
trying.
chieftain's
Most
trial.
likely die trying.
Hand the controller off to me so I can die and hand the controller back to
Only
you.
the largest, most dangerous
That's how we
machines
do.
will be loosed into the arenas. Learn their to best. I'll start counting after you've taken the rope down. You'll need
Okay.
a moment to pull the machines from the pass into the arenas. Then make your descent.
It's so cool. And I love how they're not like, just prepare yourself. It's like, we're gonna give you a couple of minutes and you should take advantage of that. Let's see. I think that's probably...
You're gonna give us a couple minutes.
Well,
Like,
they were like, it's gonna take us a little while to get them down into the pass, so make ready, you know. Let's get... I'll take my zappy stick. See what's up ahead. Oh, I thought that you were someone else.
me?
No, the dog. I thought that it was a Ravager, not a dog. This might be a little shorter than I anticipated.
Maybe? Nice.
I'm not meaning to go that far. In 4 minutes and 30 seconds, eh? Coming. Should draw it all the way.
That was not all the way.
No, it was not.
That hurt it.
Dang. This bow is fan-friggin-tastic.
You don't need to do a full draw.
Still got another room to clear.
Two
So you get
frost
two
claws.
At least they're easier than fire claws.
Yes, that's true.
Fire butts.
Fire bears, fire butt bears. We've still got 2 minutes. Let's see how we do. Okay.
Amazing.
I am, aren't I? And here come the logs. Oh, I knocked it out of the way, doggone it. Oh, hello. Whoop, hello.
You got the stones for it.
Leave me alone, bear. I've got another guy to deal with.
Hey.
Oh no, wrong place.
Lucky. You have 32 seconds.
Okay, well I won't get a full sun this time, blazing sun this time, but that's okay. I always hit jump instead of dodge. Nope, nope, nope.
I hope you saved for this.
I did. Chicken! Chicken!
Kill him.
Come on now. I'd say that's pretty good for a first try.
Sure.
Did the other corpse go away? That's dumb.
You're gonna reload, right?
Reload? Oh, you don't want me to collect the box?
No.
Fine.
Because, I mean, there's just so much ammo.
Yeah.
And we don't get that much better stuff by getting the mid-tier box.
True. Oh, are you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pseudo says you get more rewards
First
if you
run
collect
on that
twice.
trial and you claimed second place. I haven't seen many pull that off.
Oh, oops. Well, we did it anyway.
Yeah, well, I guess.
The chieftains only learn their way to best them. We'll start when you will need.
If I'd anticipated that those things were not Ravagers, I would have done better, I think. They don't corrupt easy when they've got the purple.
Okay.
May want to reload.
Looks like we're introduced.
No healing power. On the wall.
If you really want to, we can reload 2-3 things ago.
Let's do that. I
Okay.
got screwed.
Mm-hmm. It would be that one.
This one?
No, one up. That one. Oh, hi, Neb. No, that one is not bears. Those ones are wolves. This is on our way to get fire bears. They're big and nasty. Nice to see you, though. And the other 9 people in chat. Well, not in chat. The other 9 viewers. Thank you guys for being here. Nice. Don't forget your fire potions. Maybe get your shocky stick out. Chunk, chunk, chunk. What chunk, chunk, chunk? Jeez. They go so far. Is it? It was doing that last night too. Second swipe. Just a moment, I only have one screen.
I'll die.
Can I, just a moment? We're having, yes, it says drop frame 0.0%. So technically no.
Why don't you try streaming from your iPad or my iPad?
What do you mean?
Just see if it's dropping frames for
Oh.
us.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter if we're on the same internet network, it's gonna route through Twitch's servers.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Here you go. Here.
I'm taking it. Just a moment. Yeah, it's having trouble. Not as bad as people were saying it was last night, but... They were saying last night it looked like a slideshow.
Oh no.
I better hit the next one.
Nice.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, it is. You only have 1 minute left, though. So, you should probably just restart now.
Wow. Let's see what I can do.
Okay.
I have 30 seconds, but I still want to fight
Okay.
for a second.
Let's head out.
Hello, Dre. Nice to see you. And those are the Freezy Bears, Nab. Yeah, Suho said 15 seconds per Frostclaw. I was gonna say, your balance is impeccable. Knocked his friend out.
You did not touch me on that first one.
It's official. I did it faster.
Oh yeah. No.
Splat. My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
All right. I wonder if there's an obvious difference in our play style.
There definitely is. When I'm watching you, I'm like, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that.
Not this one, not that one.
Yeah. Did you already reload?
It reloaded automatically.
Maybe save after doing all this prep.
Okay.
And selecting the fire potion or the whatever.
What else am I missing? Let's see. Yep, bring that guy in too. Okay, so let's quit the trial then.
I'm still counting. Very well.
No more trial.
No.
It was for our sanity.
Yeah. Watch me ace it this next time.
I hope you do.
I hope I do too. Nab, aw, turns. Do you want that?
Oh, no, I don't want it.
Okay.
You're back from the chief.
The only reason you do so good is because I pushed buttons on the
It begins
controller
after
to make
you
you do
need a
certain
moment.
things better. Hannah, you put this really confused face on.
It's like, why does that have to
You
do
have not
with it?
loaded this much crap on me in a long time. Oh, Pseudo's really nice to me. Says the thing didn't get a warm up either.
That's true.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So cheap with the dog.
Two swipes, two swipes.
Oh, that's what you mean by two swipes.
Grab, 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 grab. My fingers keep slipping off the buttons. Did I kill the other one?
Yep.
Sweet.
I sure didn't do you kill it. That was quick, and I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
So what I did is, to beat these guys pretty quickly, is, yeah, triple arrow, which you did. Triple arrow is top, and then triple arrow is bottom.
On his throat?
Yeah, the thing underneath. He'll explode again. All the way down back. There we go. Drop. And then 3 again.
Did I miss him? What? No, 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 not that.
3 again. And then
He's gonna not be frozen in just a second here.
there we go. All 3.
No, they're home.
Doggone it. Hello. Well, that's gonna cost me.
You just gotta beat those bears like
Super
15
fast.
seconds faster than you did last time, and you should do it. So I think you got
That's
this.
right.
Minute and a half.
Here's hoping. Yep, big roar, big roar.
Keep going, keep going. The other bear can't see you.
Hello. Get out of there, Aloy.
That's it. Run away and make things. Run away and make
No,
things. Game logic.
My-
Love it.
my
Just
my fingers keep slipping off the buttons.
$30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh yeah, go get him.
My staff doesn't do that much.
Oh really?
Yeah. Wrong thing. Of course. I should really just be going with the bombs when they're up close and personal, because it's killing their stuff. So that seems to be like a better thing. Your turn.
Okay. I kind of want to just have you do it because you were way faster. I have an
Okay.
idea.
Yes.
What if you beat the first two?
And you do
I'll
the
beat
bears.
the second two, and you beat the bears because you're definitely way better at beating the hard ones than me.
Okay.
That says that was close. Oh, damage bow.
Yeah. Stunned that one too. Oh crap, you haven't done that to me.
Still think you're, get out of there. No.
That's not what you used previously. Okay. Whoops. That's so dumb. Where did he go? There you are. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Killed myself with my zappy stick.
I think you're onto something there.
Yeah, it might be worth initially just to kill him as fast as I can with that. What'd they say?
Suda said, "There's such thinking fast," and Dad says, "Not so close that."
Yeah, definitely.
Suda did an emoji that I did not know how to describe.
Jeez. Okay. Potion first, then zappy stick.
Can you do a potion before you jump down?
That's probably, actually. Oh, that's why I didn't wait for it to cool down before I did it again.
lacking deep.
Okay. 30 seconds.
Very good. Okay, I'm going.
Okay. Nice. I thought you wanted to do 3 arrows.
Oops. This is where
Yeah, I don't think that you have to. If you just have it all full drawn, it looks like it takes about the same amount of time. Definitely.
It looks like that machine carries fluid in their sacks. I'm not sure I want to find out what kind.
You've already fought these things, Aloy. You know this. There we go. You don't have to do 3. That's a waste.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna get up there. Very slowly, I guess.
I wonder if I can stack. Can you stack potions? Go ahead and do
You can.
an electric and a ice.
Sure.
Nice.
You can. Of different kinds.
Do you want to give these guys a shot?
Not at all.
But okay. That is cold in here.
I love all the free AC we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at it as soul-sucking cold in a second here. Wow.
Whoops, that's not what I meant to do.
Wow. Nice.
Haha!
Such
2
a
minutes and
cheese.
38. That felt kind of like cheating, but
Should have played applause for 0 bits.
thank you. Okay, and now, after we get our wonderful reward, we can go kill the fire bears.
Jure says, well done, Nah.
Thank you.
What are we doing next?
Killing fire bears
Okay. I think I'll just leave that to you with the zappy stick.
with the zappy stick. It's so easy. Oh, thank you, Nav. Give me my prizes.
You took first place by the throat. Before you, it was
by the
unheard of for an
cajones,
outlander
too,
to force
apparently.
Only 7,500 XP. Thanks.
The chieftains
Whoops,
tried
nope,
to
that's not what I wanted.
challenge the Olmedo Realm to best.
I'm done with training with Butcher.
Hop! No, wrong button!
You're back,
That's all I've got in me for now.
and you have more.
Let's talk to her again.
All the talking.
Training again so soon, Akri?
Never met a hunter who wished they'd trained less. I guess I'm not in any hurry to go back to Banor. Not yet.
Do you
Can't
wanna
blame
talk
her.
about it? What happened at the glacier?
No, I'd rather fight through it. Take it in my teeth and be left with the taste of determination. How about you, Aloy? Up for a challenge?
What kind of challenge? A competition?
No, together. We'll use the hunting grounds, but my rules. Lovok's fine with it. As little as possible. My sling, your bow. You draw the machines to me so I can freeze them. And then you hit them when they're brittle. We'll fight until we run out of machines or you run out of arrows. That's the challenge.
Honestly, I'm more used to fighting alone.
And I'm more used to fighting alongside another. So put your spear beside mine, why don't you?
That's not a point.
You freeze them, I shoot them. Doesn't seem so hard.
Really? Then you'll only need half as many arrows as I'd planned to give you.
Wait,
It shows I trust your aim. Do you trust
Says,
mine?
wow, such dialogue.
you really gotta work for a Banuk challenge, don't you?
That's the spirit. Come on, Let's drop off our gear and go.
So it says the bandit.
Aloy,
are
lure
much
the machines back
forgotten.
here and I'll freeze them. Don't worry, I don't miss.
Then I target them when they're vulnerable.
Whoops.
I'll drop this machine.
That didn't do hardly nothing. Ah! I should have stayed up on the rock. Yeah, and I can't use my staff. I definitely should have stayed up on the rock.
Today.
She's freezing everybody.
Yep, she's doing a good job at her job. Me, not so much.
Keep moving.
Nope.
There's no time limit, so take your time. But you can't die either. You have
Yeah.
no healing.
Just sparks on snow now.
Let me on rock. So where's the rest?
You have to lure more machines over, and there's those ones.
Gotcha. This way. You gonna freeze him?
Come on, come on!
Ready, set,
Good enough for third place. How many? Just
third.
So let's do better. Let's keep going.
Oh, I see.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, so it's how many machines I can. Oh, hello.
Well, you got the bronze by killing 5. You're gonna get
This is like the weakest bow she could have given me too,
I'll
so.
bring you down. It's a clear shot. We've almost mastered the challenge. It's a close second place.
Crap. Well, I'll be better prepared next time. I won't get down in the thick of it. What are they saying?
Oh, the Banu aren't much for talking. I think she has a limited number of ice bombs too. She would freeze the last machine for me. Well, that sucks.
Over here. I was hoping I could hit its processor, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be a thing. Let's reload. Just because I know what I'm doing now.
Jerry says, well then, D pick up Mark 1.
Never. I guess I'm to you now. How about you?
What?
What is
No, it's
DE?
beautiful fight.
Honestly, I'm.
Say again?
more
What
used
does
to-
DE
And I'm more
mean?
used to fighting
That
alongside
is
another.
directed energy. That's
So put
Nav's
your spear
husband.
beside me.
You freeze them.
Really? It shows that's Aloy. Lure the machines back here and I'll freeze them. Don't worry, I don't miss.
Then I target them when they're vulnerable. Got it.
I think you just get down. Otherwise, they'll snipe you off.
Challenge me.
Here we go.
Use the other arrows to knock off.
Well, if I use this, the weak ones right now, then crap. I can get more hits on their components and save my other arrows, my Harpoon arrows, for the bigger machines.
It's not over yet.
Will you freeze them, please? Behind you.
Be quick.
Really, that's not the best place to be. Freezing us.
Stand against them.
How'd you get 108?
108?
You got 108 damage on that last arrow you shot at it.
That is a great question, and I have no idea.
Fire.
Yeah. I want them to be a little closer together is all. So maybe they'll all come flocking together.
Maybe go over there and get them all mad at you. Oh, they're coming.
Yeah, they all talk together.
We can take them down.
No. Maybe, yes.
That's good enough for third place.
Out of how many?
Just us. So let's do better. Let's keep going. We're stronger than they are.
As long as they're frozen, the pew pew on the back.
Well, even if these guys aren't frozen, hitting their canisters with a fire arrow is enough to kill them. I don't think I
Put
got
them
that
in the
one.
ice.
No, it says meat shield doesn't work apparently.
Nope. Oh, there's logs too. Didn't see that. Just come hither, bullman. Come on.
She says, I hereby dub that person Meat Shield. Redeem the name generator for.
They cashed in little bits so that they could name something in game. So Kiri is now Meat Shield. Oh my gosh! Lone Wolf, thank you so much.
Was Lone Wolf on? Last-
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Come on. What more? Wait. Oh no, it's doing the chimes for each sub. That's what it is. Okay, do your job now, please. Are you going to Can you freeze things, please?
I should also take one more. That was very generous. Wait for them to freeze.
She's not shooting them. Like, they've come up right in our faces so many times, and she still has not froze them.
You just have to be down off the rock.
Well, I was. Hold your head still.
We've almost mastered the challenge. It's a close second place.
I'm gonna run out.
Knock out components of the middle, right?
No. This is just the weak bow. So I can do little damage, a little bit more damage, or fire arrows.
Pseudo gave us another happy video essentially. Are these Twitch emojis or what?
Yes, they are emojis from other creatures.
Oh, from other Twitchers.
Yeah.
So, if somebody else, so they can use your emojis in somebody else's chat.
If they're subbed, yes. Why is it 90 sometimes and 250 now?
It's when it falls off is 215. 90 is the initial shot, and then 215 is the second. So shoot off its other antler.
Come back. Thank you.
You won't best this one.
Oh, I should have used another one. I should have used a different thing. Okay, what are you this time? Be something. You're not easy. We'll have to see what I can do.
My thought is get it underneath the logs.
Oh yeah.
Since you have limited arrows.
No, no, I'm here now.
Save your potent boy for something else, but definitely have to freeze him first. If he'll do it. If she'll do it.
Yep.
There we go.
Let's split their metal.
That's the hard part, arrows.
Not today.
Here.
He's also close
Where's the other one?
to the bridge.
He ran over me.
Up there.
Right.
Straight.
Yeah. Right up there.
Left.
I just want him to come
You
over.
just said right, but I said straight.
Ha 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 ha. Come on, dude. This way. Can you come this way?
Pseudo says when it's a Twitchers. I think he's doing-
Streamers. Other streamers.
Oh, got it.
Those logs didn't hit him. Because why would they? Yep. Let's just die. Let's just die here.
Out of hunting grounds.
Damn, I'm out. Then we'd better get out of here too. We got almost all of them. Who taught you? Your mother? Sister?
Ha ha ha.
Name was Rost.
Rost. Sounds very Nora. I can almost picture him. Stout as a tree.
And you?
Myself, I never knew my parents. There's a saying, an infant means 2 fewer hands to hunt with. That challenge was their gift to me.
I'm not gonna do that. We promised them fire bears. I'm
You
gonna
know
go
where to
kill a
find
fire bear.
I'm
Unless
gonna kill a
Lovok
fire
throws me
bear.
out
You're
for
gonna
making
kill a
other
fire
hunters
bear.
look bad.
I have heard streamers described that way. I found it amusing. Twitchers.
Twitchers.
It's because they're so doped up on caffeine.
Hiya. I guess I should be picking up stuff along the way.
I also promised them more.
Yes.
So you're gonna do a bear? And
Yes,
I'm gonna,
I'll do a bear, and you do the lore.
Lone Wolf says cheer 800.
Whoa! Okay.
Well, no. Oh, no.
Fire claw.
He says cheer 800.
Oh.
We're good. We're good.
Holy crap, this is not gonna be anything like the ice claws. Oh crap. You too? Okay, well, I'm gonna need some different weapons. Temporarily that. Thank
Okay.
you.
That was. Oh.
So he was
He
trying.
tried, and then now he did right there. And
Thank
now
you.
you can get excited.
Wah!
Okay, go!
Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. Yep, that's not gonna work on them. You hurt. I am gonna die.
There's an emoji from happiness and love.
That is a very apt description. I like it.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
What are you pausing anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm also going to close the window because my fingers are getting stiff. Okay. Limpy puppy.
Puppy. Take one of his legs off and call him tripod.
Oh! You're awful.
There was a dog that was on the property that I used to work on as a teenager. And it was before I worked there, but he had gotten hit by a car at one point and had one of his legs amputated, so they adoringly called him Tripod.
Oh. Okay, you're a sawtooth. Or a ravager.
Take some of the heat off me.
Are you just gonna be twitchy the whole time? You're gonna be totally useless, aren't you? Yep. To put it mildly.
Okay, we're reading through Frozen Wild audio data points.
Would one of you hit the bear? Worked for a time. That time is over.
Any challenge? Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it will be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? Fire break has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive, even for the dear departed Mr. Wilkins. What would possibly
I'm
cause me
throwing
to be so worked
bombs.
up? Maybe you should change your outfit
Oh.
too. I don't know, I guess you can help relax a second. Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
No. Yes.
Oof.
now he's on fire.
Yep. Crap, 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 crap.
All the way down.
Leapy boy. You seem hurt. Darn it.
Stand still for a minute.
Ah, I'm using the wrong potions. I'm all out of fire potions, of course.
That's lovely.
Yes!
Very nice.
What? Okay.
Oh,
Don't-
you didn't get something.
I don't think that this one was meant for us, but Jure says, what about Picard? Like, for the dog?
No, Picard, like the show. Yesterday was Star Trek Day.
Oh, gotcha.
So they're probably talking about Star Trek.
Gotcha.
So that's probably a good question for Nap.
Hmm. Okay, can't do any of those. So, resources it is. Ooh, I got a fire claw lens. That's gonna fetch a pretty penny.
Firebreak upgrades. Kenny Chow. March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair, oh boy, I should just go to bed.
Well,
Supply snap. Dodd Blevins. This is Director of Security Blevins. Resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people an SLC. Message text. Let me begin by spelling out disaster for you. A destructive event causing a level of disturbance unmanageable via the application of ordinary resources. What you have given us is distinctly ordinary. Dummies version. Give me what I need, or you'll be on auto car to lay off city quicker than you can say code red. The list one more time. 3,000 MREs. No lasagna. 30 military grade flashlights. No more junk store crap.
boy, Pseudo really hates Blevins. Every time we
Everybody
read one of his things, he goes, Blevins.
Everybody should hate him.
Yes.
10 portable water pumps. Not 5, not 8, 10. 15 hydraulic jacks. 12 replacement drone propulsion units. 50 holographic microdrives. In a disaster, see definition above, it's absolutely critical to track all ingresses and egresses of the facility. I take our safety seriously if you don't. 50 almond scented, extra soft, data corrected.
Yikes.
Candles.
That man is awful. that's whiter. These are the ones I want to keep. And these 44. We can up that.
I think I'm in the clear.
Okay. That's a long way to walk. I think what I'll do is I'll go here and then I'll collect herbs along the way.
Menu prick. Kenny Chow. Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room?
Yes.
Come on, people. To YNPF Paul. From Kenny Chow, BCC Dodd Blevins. Date December 3rd, 2046. Subject: hacking of menu board. Attention all staff. At an assembly of our country's finest scientific minds, recruited to address a grave threat to national security, it would be fair to expect more mature conduct than that demonstrated yesterday in the canteen. Mr. Blevins plays a crucial role in the successful execution of Firebreak, and is due the respect both of his title and of his many contributions to the project. Any further interference in the menu boards will necessitate my direct personal involvement. Dr. Kenny Chow, Project Director.
That's too bad. Having to file a complaint high enough that the highest person on it has to be like, okay guys, I have to, because nobody likes Blevins, but...
So, this last bit is from Kenny Chow to Anita Sandoval. Date December 3rd, 2046. Subject: forward hacking of menu board. Anita, was it you? Here's your face.
I can't feel much of anything in this.
Well then. Little TMI there. Anyway.
OMG Blevins. Anita Sandoval, Director of Security Blevins. Director of Security Blevins is riding us like a petty tyrant.
Wrong ones.
I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues. Personal log. If Blevins reconfigures the patterns on the orbicular door after this one more time, I'm going to vomit all over it. Sure, I don't want some gift shop employee rooting around the Firebreak facility, but these measures aren't about security, they're about control. I wonder if Blevins gets in early to watch everybody try to solve the pattern. Perched over, blow up the camera around, big boy on. What if I did
Wait, you guys are killing me? What's your problem? I was coming to help you.
I wonder if Blevins... You'd think that a fraction of his fancy drone budget could go toward buying him some classier body spray. God help me and Kenny if he ever finds out about us.
Now we're talking about, we pick up bits of lore along the way, and we're talking about a particularly awful person who's the head of security. And he's just awful. Okay, well here's what's left of a hot spring. Oh. Interesting. What are you? Oh, you're a tall neck.
What are you?
What are those? Oh, there's a band-aid cap.
save these for the trail.
Ooh. Look, babe, a hot spring.
Ooh. You can swim in it, right?
Yeah.
But I can't swim in it.
Nope.
Pretty cool.
Three horns never play with long necks.
Oh no. Since there's no real story happening here, I'm taking off the headphones because I read more poorly when I have sound in my ears.
Yeah, no problem.
They're scanning for me. Oh,
What?
this got harder.
What? Oh, I thought you were wearing a bucket on your head or something. Where's your head? There it is. Quit bouncing around. Oh my gosh. Are you really gonna make it all the way to me before I hit you?
You sod-offs! More where that came from.
Konnichiwa. Another email from my sister. I haven't got time to think, let alone reply. That photo of the girl she sent didn't do much for my conscience.
Gonna
Jenny
cut
was
you
proud
down
of the
proper.
program costume. Crap. I've never missed Thanksgiving before. And chances for Christmas? Near zero. I can't even tell them that all the work I'm doing is to keep them safe.
No, where's the rest of you? Holy cow, how big is this bandit cap? Liberate Mammoth? Liberate Mammoth. What does that mean?
Incommensurable. Anita Sandoval. Kenny and I don't need to fight about laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence. Personal log. I had an argument with Kenny this
That signal
afternoon.
will bring in reinforcements.
When a
if they
couple's
set it
first
off.
fight hinges on the Turing Act, you know you're dealing with some real sexy nerds. I won the argument, I guess, but I'm concerned whether or not I can pull this off, than with the ethical implications of succeeding. I promised Kenny that the suite of coping mechanisms I've designed will help manage any emotional fallout from the software. But privately, I'm less confident. I'm a programmer, not a shrink. The minutiae of roboethics do start to seem less relevant when a refusal to supply Firebreak with the necessary conditions for its success comes at the cost of millions of lives. It's worth putting one consciousness at risk to save so many others, isn't it? Trying to solve this with numbers makes me feel like a sociopath.
Oh. Okay, yeah, Mammoth Hot Springs. That makes more sense. That is one of the ones that I went to, and this area seems familiar, so I think I would agree with you.
Uh-oh, could be a stick.
Oh, a stiff. I thought he said a stick. I'm like, are you really
The
that
search is
dumb?
on.
Oh. Some of these animations just make it like brutal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. You didn't see anything.
I think he's looking at your way.
I hate these things. Takes forever to get it off.
Yeah, I don't know where their alarm is either.
Sleep on the job with it.
Hololock reset. Dodd Blevins. If those punk technicians think I'm gonna sleep on them waltzing in here and screwing around with the drone routines, they have seriously underestimated my sense of the mission. Let's just reset that hololock. Echo, Sierra, Echo.
Where'd you all come from? Oh. There is suddenly a whole lot more of you than I thought there were.
Anyway, Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here. Cyan, I'm detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Can you please give me more information? I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate. Lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time. Cyan. Will you be here when I reboot Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval? Kenny. No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone. At least, not at first. Cyan. Dr. Chow, I'm afraid I don't want to be alone. Kenny. I know, Cyan.
Glad I got the bears too. Have a lovely night, Nab. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining.
That's why, because I didn't set up the... Oh yeah, I didn't see where she went, but just forget it. You are one tough cookie. And that freaking thing is so annoying.
I'm in bleed.
Who is hitting me?
They are.
Well, duh. I didn't mean for that to come off so pissy.
Finish this lore and head on out.
No!
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities, and it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up and protect whoever's left. Will you try? Cyan. I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities. Kenny. Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud. Cyan. I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow? Kenny. Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces. Cyan. May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow? Kenny. Yes, anything. Saying, will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process? Kenny, of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Keep an eye out.
3 years later. I'm just kidding.
Always one that gets away.
Yes, I noticed. Come this
Got
way.
something.
That definitely adds more color to what she is.
Oh, not close enough. A. That was supposed to be a silent strike.
This'll drop you.
Need chat. One last exchange with Anita via chat. Attached to this entry. In case anyone ever finds
How
this.
is this not hitting you?
I'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. And I've got to tell her that too. Personal log. After I put the pieces together about the swarm, there's a million things I could have done. Contemplated my own death, contacted everyone I've ever known and loved, gotten drunk. But of course, being me, I obsessed about whether or not I should text Anita. Whatever resistance is being mounted against the war machines, she's part of it. Who am I then to bother her? Would she even be able to respond? If she's dealing with the military, would her communications be monitored? But she saved me the trouble. Gotta admit, I was a little disappointed when her message didn't consist of, I will always love you. Instead, she wanted data samples from Cyan's confidential log, the one that pertains to emotional responses. Under any other circumstances, I would have refused. The very thing we had tried to keep secret for years, and she wants to share it? But I sent her the log because she wouldn't ask if she didn't need it. I can't understand why though. Sounds like she's helping to develop an AI. But how could that possibly help stop the swarm? I guess I'll never know. There was so much I wanted to say to her, but none of it seemed fair. I'm guessing she has her hands full trying to save the world. And frankly, I remember that feeling. In the end, I settled for an ineffectual confirmation, hoping against hope that she would cast aside my fears. Nope. Kenny, is it as bad as I think it is? Anita, worse. Go be with your sister and tell Cyan that I said goodbye. So that's it. Untold destruction awaits. Billions of lives. My own, my family. And yet my mind keeps coming back to Anita. I'll never see her again. Feel her touch. Hear her voice. No final embrace. No closure. I desire to end things properly. That need. Change me when I think about literary oversight. I've gone over every possible scenario. Every possible version of the speech, trying to predict how she'll react when I tell her. Well, what I need to tell her. But that's the thing. I can't predict her reaction for one very simple reason. She's human. In every way, that matters. I've got to be there for her, to give her the moment she needs, just like the rest of us. It's the very least she deserves.
Good on him. If I'm hearing that right. Where is the last sneaky boy? Man, there are so many tall necks that are dead out here. I wonder why.
Save this for later.
They did such a good job capturing the environment, in my opinion. How far out does the banded cat go? Kill Ohura? Where?
Seems like you already killed the leader.
Yeah, there was a ton of leaders.
Kenny Chow. I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented or even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional equivalent of a child that she will need to go into a coma, maybe for years? And what exactly is she going to wake up to?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
Yeah. They did a bang up job writing this. Kenny Chow. November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh Swarm is coming. Has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. But that means she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone.
You large skulls let an intruder get in here! Don't let them get out again! Find them!
That's
Kill
a
'em!
lot of blaze on your black. Black?
Shoot it with a fire
Fire
arrow
and
see how it
spit!
feels.
There's one of them and more of you!
Has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. But what that means she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone. Oh my gosh. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
That's gotta be, the person who upgraded our gear. That's the fire breather machine she made for him. And then he ran off.
What?
The Oseram girl who upgraded our gear.
Uh-huh.
She said that the first thing that they made was a fire breathing machine.
Got it.
He's got it on his back.
Makes sense.
Hello.
Time to rain down some pay. Let's see how much of a mess you make.
Oh, I can make really big ones.
Alive.
He is.
What'd you fight him with ice? Ice rails.
Well, I tried.
I'm gonna shatter
His
you.
has a better range than mine.
You're
0.6. Need a Sandoval. How am I going to explain to Kenny that Firebreak is doing without a guiding intelligence can not only think, but feel? Personal log.
try to run.
0.6. What does it mean to quantify an intelligence anyway?
I get it. Take it.
Could come in handy.
Oh, is that the fire
Arjun
thing
will
that we
take
were
a
looking
look at
for?
it, that's for sure.
Well, we didn't know that we were looking for it, but I have it. Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the tones of deep din? You Outlanders have.
0.6. What does it mean to quantify an intelligence anyway? You can't just assign a number on a continuum to a conscious mind, and then expect it to obey whatever arbitrary limit that number represents. There's no way around it. Without the supervision of a mind beyond human capacities, Firebreak is going to fail, and 0.6 won't cut it. It won't cut it either. By pushing sentience, you inevitably generate a system that can experience emotion. Wild, sloppy, unmanageable emotion. You're capable of abstract thought. You're capable of fear, like vast silver. I won't go through that again. I categorically refuse. Hopefully I can get this all across to Kenny. I like him. I like his lopsided little smile. I especially like those circles. Crickets. I especially like those circles he makes with his hands when he gets excited about an idea. If we hadn't been flung together like this, maybe he and I... Well, no point in wool gathering. I wonder, could an artificial brain experience this singular combination of desire and preemptive regret?
Okay.
What's that?
An awesome coil.
Won't be hard to sell a chunk like this.
That was it for the audio data points.
Alright.
Now I'm going to go through data text points.
Wrong button.
So this is observer log USW10. These observations happen over a period of 2 minutes at 11 p.m. to 11 p.m. to 11:02 to 23 seconds. Monitoring supercell formation. Orbit 8F1 initiated. Cycle 68,208. Routing query sent. Routing received from G prime. Supercell formation overhead. Electrical impact. Electrical impact. Electrical impact. Surge damage assessment. Locomotion systems compromised. Gyroscopic systems compromised. Processing systems compromised. Status report sent. Instructions received from G prime. Suspend. Internal system So that was the observer, or the tall neck that was frozen in the ice.
Right.
A summons from the claim. As argued by the Eldermen of Mainspring, Ulgred Smithson, previously of 3 chains, now of no lawful abode, is found guilty in crimes of reneging on blood oaths, theft of sworn property, and life-taking. All sworn property in the name of Ulgred Smithson is hereby seized and will go to auction at the next gathering of Eldermen. Furthermore, the gavels have been dispatched to find the return Ulgred Smithson for sentencing, or in the case of this resistance, to deliver execution without counter-argument. This matter is spat and sworn upon by Hegeda, Bladewife, Gavel.
Bladewife. Okay.
our final 2 weeks. To all staff. From Marnie Jeffords. Jeffords? Maybe with a PH? It's a PH, but it's Jefford, maybe. Marnie Jeffords? Subject. Addressing the rumors. Some of you have overheard portions of the, let's call them, spirited conversations I've been having with the charming Mr. Blevins in my office over the past week. So let's address the honking big elephant we're cramming into this room with. The park has been acquired by something called Firebreak, and they're restricting access to authorized personnel. I wish I had more details to share, but those are literally the only ones I have been given. Upshot, this isn't a national park anymore. No visitors means no visitor center. We've got 2 weeks. I know this is not easy. If you're like me, this place represents something bigger and more important than a paycheck.
That'll
Believe
keep my
me,
stomach
I'm
quiet.
right here with you. When I say that this park is the most beautiful place in America, it's not PR and it's not hype. It breaks my heart to think that nobody will be around to applaud Old Faithful or stare into the beauty pool. But this is where we find ourselves. I realize there's a temptation to check out and give up, but I really, really need your help over the next 2 weeks. Tours will continue through Friday, so I'm going to need guides. And even though regular ops at the gift shop are suspended, we've got a ton of surplus merch to box up and ship back to manufacturers, including about a bazillion unsold Monrek polo figures. Yes, Monrek wants everything displayed back. No, I can't imagine why either. Please, you guys, just give me 2 more weeks. I can't shut this place down alone. Best. Greens, 'cause I am interested. Oh, wooden carved figurines. These animal figures once sold on Montana, and most of them are souvenir some of the animals that were seen in the park during its prime. All of the unsold souvenir
our time.
merchandise, including the figurines, was recalled by Montana Recreations when the park closed in the mid-21st century to preserve the secrecy of Project Firebreak. However, one of the sets of events that was produced specifically for the hologram display was not recalled. The display set was eventually lost to the wilds until one of the set pieces was discovered by the shaman, and he has since taken up residence in the ruined facility, now called Hollow Hall, and will reward Aloy for finding each of the remaining 6 figures. There are 6 figurines that have been found in different locations throughout the cut. Have we found all of them?
I don't think so.
Big Grizzly. World's last grizzly dies in National Park. Cannon Hot Springs, Wyoming, November 23rd, 2051. Today, Congress joins in screaming the house of an iconic species. Sergeant Willie Nichols, the world's young grizzly bear. Ursus arctos horribilis was found dead by Yellowstone Park rangers at the confluence of Yellowstone River and Thoroughfare
I've
Creek.
got other ammo.
The sentiment explanation for his demise is heartbreaking. His mate, Elvira, was felled by a viral infection a few months prior. DNA samples were taken from both bears during their stay at Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo in 2050, but efforts to clone them
Never
have
know.
proven
Dear Fire
unsuccessful.
Claws. This is gonna be tough.
Zookeepers reintroduced the pair into the wild several months ago and hoped that a large outdoor territory would encourage them to produce cubs. Conservation efforts at the turn of the century met with some success is restoring the bears. In 2017, the species was delisted as endangered by the United States Interior Department, but a diminishing food supply and shortened hibernation
That's
periods
it.
still
Already
threatened,
gone.
and their numbers dwindled rapidly in the die-off era. The grizzly joins an ever-growing list of North American species gone extinct,
Oh, oops.
alongside the cougar, the data corrupted.
No, we have not been to the visitor center yet. Did you want to take? There's 2 of them here. Do you want to do a 2 bear
No,
thing?
You're good. I'm actually enjoying reading this stuff right here. So.
Okay. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm taking.
Playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
I am.
You are.
Whoa.
Is the fire gun fun?
Eh. We'll do the Zappy Boy first.
I'd like to think that we can get through all of this lore before we actually finish the game. Because the DLC is taking a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Emissions Joyride. To Shelley Guerra McKenzie from Laura Vogel. Subject, Emissions Joyride. Okay, girl, you are never going to guess what happened on my way home. First, I heard the sound of a herd of trees skating down the front. Then there was a weird light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was it was one of those old Jew specks on other trees. Looked super creepy on the snow. As it got closer, I heard some laughter letting out this weird guttural man shriek. As if he were doing some macho primal scream there. You know, with 1,000 RPM twins. Sid Yocker was young on it and Levins, our new director of security, or whatever his $20 bill title is. He was actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more confusing than a Russian era car. My expert professional, Blevins, is a great
To put it mildly.
But this is like them just meeting. I decided not to sick the security bot on his flag of beer. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks. The shells, you might want to take a bathroom break, because you're going to lose it when you find out what I did instead. I was standing right near one of the trail signs and could tell Blevin was headed home. So I reprogrammed the sign to swap direction. Prairie Falls and Purple Mountain. Wicked, right? You'd never get a snowmobile like it. I hope he bailed hard and had to walk back to the lodge. Guess I'll be filing my very first incident report right after this whole thing shuts down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun, Chance? Where is the fun? Yellowstone sucks with an X. Surfers say, I'll get docked if I don't need a personal responsible sign. Hey, fine. Here you go. You're about to throw them out. This trip sucks. Yellowstone sucks. High school sucks. I dropped my sandwich in some weird drinkable water and got dissolved. And it got dissolved. Kind of weird, I guess. But now I'm hungry. Why are they always saying to admire them? Who cares about you? There's no punctuation. The high schooler. Don't make me look, please. I don't want to look at them. Bears are killing rabbits and so many furry. Who cares? It's Holocaust here sucks. Holocaust here sucks. Couldn't download latest abomination patch. We got back on Holocaust and missed Shattered Chasm Challenge. Board was so fast. I hate nature. They're done. Well, by Beth Control.
Beth from above.
Park status. Park weekly report for July 9th. Oh, July 9th to 15th. Calving has begun. Cow elk may be hostile in the cabins. Do not approach within 25 yards of elk at this time. Fire security. Due to recent cool and damp weather, fire danger downgraded from moderate to low. No restrictions on fires. Robot activity. 7 additional complaints were logged regarding the behavior of smoking. SK-class firefighters were logged. 4 campers in the park. Despite being programmed to reflect the current weather conditions, smoking snapped several campfires within their fire escapes while playing back the recording messages conditions of severe fire danger. On Friday, Smokey did not return to the robots that were shed at the time of park closure. Rangers located near the northern gates behind some of the designated swimming areas of the hospital. Resisting all attempts at detaining, he acted aggressively toward the Rangers and was disabled with a hunting rifle by the site supervisor. A Faro technician will arrive on Monday to evaluate state. Interesting.
Is taking care of the prime directive. You can't take care of campfires if the whole place is blown up. I'm outie.
Somehow,
Yeah, that was incredible.
Beverly Hills terror attack. I'm gonna watch the rest of this.
Right. Get out of the way.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Good job.
Thank you. I didn't die once.
Thanks. 2 of us, 2 of them. More of a fair fight.
Their numbers are much depleted, thanks to you. We shall end this threat and keep Cyan safe. She speaks of strange things, but slowly. She is a good teacher, and we are his pupils.
Take care of each other.
I think we've got one more. Maybe.
I think you killed the
Oh,
last two.
did I do it?
Yeah.
I did it. I did it.
What a fight.
Yeah.
And I was only here for the last third.
I was surprised that you didn't want to be in on it earlier. Oh, look at all the dead animals, Chewie.
You got so much loot to pick up. You should go get their stuff first.
The bears.
Yeah.
Well, I got one of them. Ada is over there.
'Cause who cares about the rest of the stuff if you miss out on the bear loot?
But all the plants. Give me all the plants. That's like some good stuff. Okay. Let's see. Talk to Nalatuk. I thought I just did that. Which one is Nalatuk? Is that the new shaman? It might be the new shaman. I wanted to come back here anyway because what's her face can upgrade the fire thrower thing.
Or at least tell you what to do.
Mhm.
So she can do it.
Yeah. And then I need to figure out where the visitor center is because Pseudo is saying that that is something I should check out.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I heard. Aratak told me about Araya.
I'm sorry, Nelto.
No apologies. Aratak said that in the end she was filled with the blue light. She got what she always wanted, didn't she? Each time I doubt my way forward, I think I should seek her guidance. And then I remember. The only guidance I'll receive is my own. Which will have to be good enough. There's much to do.
The fire claws. Aratak asked me to help hunt them down.
It's a dire task, but it occupies my attention, so I suppose I'm grateful for it. My scouts have tracked them across the cut.
Is it showing that he's a noob shaman because he's got ice on his skin and none of the other shamans do?
I'd like to think
I
you're
don't
right,
know.
Neltok. About Araya getting what she wanted.
I think... I'm sure she did. All her victories. Surviving the Karja, communing with the spirit, defeating the daemon. Every goal she ever set for herself, she accomplished. And in the end, she was rewarded with the blue light itself. The songs say that our bodies are poor vessels for the light. Our hearts are too dark. But at least for a moment, before she passed, I hope she felt what it was like to be part of it.
That yellow thing behind him is just shaking randomly. And now you
You don't
cannot
sound
see
like you
it.
trust yourself to take Araya's
I won't be
place.
able to now.
Aurea inspired. Whatever we encountered, the new machines, the slaughter at Thunder's drum, we knew we would endure, because she had endured worse. I don't know that I have her confidence. Trust is earned, Aloy, even in oneself.
You earned Araya's trust, didn't you? She believed you were up to this. And so do I.
Do you?
I wouldn't have said it if I hadn't meant it.
I suppose I'd better live up to your expectations.
Oh, you don't know Aloy. She never says anything if she doesn't mean it.
I've already found the fire claws in Altuk. It's over.
That's it then. That's the last of the daemon's work washed away. The last notes of Araya's song sung. The cut is a safer place to live because of what you've accomplished. And now it's time to start anew.
I'm glad I could be a part of it.
As are we all, Aloy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where's my XP, bro? Oh, there we go. Okay.
There it be.
I don't see what's wrong with the traditional paintings. Sakuri over.
We're running out of extra stuff to do.
Things.
Let's see. Where is she? She should have a exclamation point over her head.
Always within reach, even in deepest darkness.
Wheel of Life, Behind California Terror Attack, Beverly Hills, California, March 14th, 2044. In a statement released yesterday, the radical group Wheel of Life has claimed responsibility for last week's terror attack, which has generated fear and uncertainty throughout Los Angeles County.
Something tells me those are Bergren's missing hunters. I don't suppose you three know an Osram and Song's edge called Bergren, do you?
Boys, that con artist sent an errand girl to collect what's owed to him.
I'm nobody's errand girl. Bergren asked me to help harvest parts. Or would you rather keep trying to sell him broken junk?
Broken junk? This pack will be on the move soon. No time to argue. If she's offering to help, we should accept it.
Fine. We're about to take down these machines. If you're so eager to help, then lead the way.
Temper, temper. Only one Scorcher? Somehow I don't believe that.
Get
Turkey
wrecked,
fell over.
Turkey boy. Oh,
Let's get this over with.
I say turkey boy and it reminds me of that meme I showed you earlier.
It's so bad. This one.
Oh,
The
Thank
turkey
you.
saved me.
Stay out of my way.
Yeah. Pseudo says he loves these three.
I could forget what
What
warmth
three?
feels like out here.
These three hunters.
Oh, they're so nice. They must be descendants of
All
Dog.
right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with Bergren? Let's talk.
That's done. You three are pretty handy in a fight.
thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine without you.
That's not the way Berggren tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Berggren's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Berggren.
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into 2 pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together.
I just meant...
Oh, I bet that scam artist Arsarim could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Berggren.
Like him? Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw, and...
Boys, shut up! Ugh! Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
Why are you leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Banor. Let Undercut slit our throats.
By the blue light, Urkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on, so we are traveling to the Sundom.
From here to the Sundom. It's a long trip.
Seems worth it.
Wow.
Sometimes survival is about knowing when to leave and where to go.
Yeah, and in this case, survival means us getting as far away as we can from Banor. We've seen enough red snow.
What's the plan once you get there? What will survival be about then?
Look, all that matters is that we get there. And to do that, we need shards. So if you'll excuse us.
I've got way more than I
I've got
need.
the
Just
Scorcher
take
Claw
them from me.
Berggren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snapmaw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you 3 out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The bloody snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
Bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Oh, it's not like your names are any better. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
Dumb goat. Hey.
I like that goat.
Well, ain't that too bad?
Never did anything to you.
Sure it did. Somehow, I'm sure it did.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going on this.
Alright.
3 suicide bombers detonated lethal explosives on the grounds of the Juventus Center, a luxury clinic dedicated to regeneration and life extension therapies, as well as killing 5 clinic staff. The attack claimed the life of a tech billionaire, Aubrey Hopkins, founder of a research project on salamander biology that led to the first successful human longevity treatments. Hopkins himself had been experimenting with the treatment since the early phases of the project. The expense associated with these treatments has thus far made them available only to the world's most affluent.
Hey, it's Old Faithful.
Where?
This. There's the visitor center. This is Old Faithful. All the benches have been taken down. However, I'm guessing, yep, that's... I can't remember the time. It's like every half hour-ish,
Yeah,
it'll
something like that.
blow.
Let me finish this real quick
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
go inside there.
Okay.
Their use by the rich has sparked widespread controversy, serving as fuel for aggressive responses like those carried out by Wheel of Life. Aging and death flow from the spring of renewal that makes us human. The extension of life and youth by false means degrade our essential nature and bring spiritual corruption. Those who perished last week
Clear that up
spent
later.
their lives to fill the gap dividing rich and poor. Read their statement in part. The group's role in the bombing was already suspected as multiple witnesses recounted The shouting of data corrupted. That's what they yell.
Data corrupted. All right, in we go. Brr. Looks like a ton of fire in there.
Versus MajikaNah, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by MajikaNah Recreations.
Beautiful. How big am I? That fur. You never even felt the cold, did you? If he hadn't preserved you, would anyone even know you disappeared?
Hi.
We just read those.
I hate to interrupt.
Oh, yes. Hello, an outlander
Well,
at the
he's got
Shrine
face,
of
but
Forgotten
I'm blue.
Beasts. Welcome. I'm Enjuk.
Aloy. The Shrine of what?
When the old world still breathed, a great man built a tiny totem to this beast and stored the visage inside. When the totem is placed on the pedestal, the animal is painted onto the empty air, and the beast lives again. Well, almost.
There are 7 pedestals. Where are the other 6 figurines?
I found this one in the wilds. Remembered the indentations in the pedestals here, and saw how they matched the base of the totem. But as you say, it's one of 7, isn't it? The great MajikaNah Recreations must have made more, but time has scattered them.
I have 6 figurines like this one.
Oh.
Maybe these are what you're looking for?
Nice.
Sweet. Loot boxes.
I want to open all of them.
Okay. Don't need that, but I guess I could use the pigments.
Yeah, get it.
Why not?
The blue light. I didn't know if I'd ever see the whole collection reunited. And look at them. They're beautiful. You've done a great thing, Aloy. These may represent the last record that any of these beasts ever lived. Take this. It's the least I can do. And come back anytime. I and our animal friends await your return.
You said a great man made these figurines?
Indeed. He was, I believe, a student of the natural world. Like me. But surpassing my abilities 1,000 times over. The great MajikaNah Recreations. Perhaps the finest natural scholar the old world ever produced. His voice claims responsibility for the totems, the vessels for the knowledge he accumulated. I share his desire to understand the beasts,
Ooh.
to catalog their behaviors and preserve their images. I like to flatter myself that I'm an apprentice of sorts, carrying on his work. Someday, perhaps, if I am
Whatever brings us
persistent, I
purpose,
can earn
right?
His name, Enjuk Recreations.
It's sweet.
So these totems, the images they show are of animals that no longer exist. They're gone, like the old ones.
So it seems. To think such magnificent creatures are lost to us, that we never even knew they were here. We rely as much on beasts as we do on machines. For food, for warmth, but do we study them with the same fervor? Yeah, I do. For example, I have this theory about foxes. Why do foxes have red fur? Think about what they eat.
Meat?
Raw meat. Bloody meat. See? Natural causation. Logical connections. It only makes sense.
You've thought a lot more about foxes than I have. That's all I need to know.
Are you sure? You can never learn too much.
Yes.
Pseudo says that it erupts every half hour to 2 hours, depending.
Interesting.
That's so cool.
Puma Concolor, the fearsome cougar. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
His coat is sand-colored. Could it have been a burrowing animal? Perhaps those teeth were only used for digging.
Right. Now I'm interested to see what he says about the other ones.
Alcis, the noble moose. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
The horns grow like trees. Of course, this moose used those bizarre growths to blend in with its forest home.
Whoops.
Canis lupus, the enigmatic gray wolf. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Could it be that these wolves and our foxes are the same somehow? Perhaps after hundreds of winters. No, that's ridiculous.
Otocoius virginianus, the majestic mule deer. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Not built like a predator, but perhaps it needed those horns to take down its prey in the absence of sharp fangs.
I love how wrong it all is.
Ursus arctos, the menacing grizzly bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Those claws look like they could rip someone in half.
Perhaps in its youth, but you heard Montana Recreations. He said it's grizzled, old. Its hunting days are behind it.
Bison. That's the actual Latin name of the regal American bison. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Latin? Perhaps that's some sort of old world custom in which one repeats the name of a particularly revered animal.
I had no idea that was bison. Oh shoot, I already did that.
The fearsome cougar. Brought to you by Montana Recreations. Ursus americanus, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
How would you like to find yourself cornered by that thing?
I suspect I'd like it very much indeed. What a beautiful beast you were.
What an enthusiast. I like it. All the different details they put in this, it's just really fun.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
Are we doing anything else?
Found the pigments. We can finish up that quest, and then we should find what's her face.
If we do low story things, I can read the last 4 text entries for this.
Okay, I need to kill 2 more different things.
Okay.
For those 3 hunters, so I think that should be okay.
Okay. Return to Singapore. As the waters recede, the people return. Singapore, May 5th, 2043. A large pink tinted rock marks the summit of Bukit Timah Hill, Singapore's highest point. At one time, 164 meters above sea level. Charmaine Lowe recorded a cell phone next to the rock. Her bright smile contradicted by the nervous fidgeting with her prismatic fake nails and 30s style subdermal jewelry. I thought I'd never see this place again. I still can't believe it's real, she marvels. Proud Bukit Timah has stood firm against time and weather, but the rest of Singapore has fared less well. With approximately a third of the island nation at less than 5 meters above sea level. Singaporeans like Charmaine were forced to abandon their homes as inexorable waters leached away their foundations through the soaring 20s. Now the surviving members of Charmaine's family are returning, alongside many others. As global temperatures and sea levels stabilize, people come by air or by water. Some seek refuge from the deleterious effects of the Citarum River tragedy, whose costs will reverberate today. All hope to build new lives atop the collapse of the once stable and prosperous country. Singapore represents one of the many states abandoned by their citizens in the aftermath of heavy coastal flooding.
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, flaming skulls.
Nope, that's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort, Dorokai.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
Urukai.
That's what I thought the first time I heard it.
So proximity bombs are the cheapest to make.
One more hard hit ought to do it.
Yellow.
Move in.
Jerks. Questions surrounding ownership are difficult to answer. Government and law enforcement personnel fled far in advance of the country's devastation, and documentation of title is scattered at best. The plot of land in which Charmaine's childhood home once sat had belonged to the Lowe family at Almosta. Data corrupted.
I need this.
Proposal approved. Data corrupted. Approved biochromatic preservation proposal. Blevins is furious, but any expenditure that doesn't directly benefit the security team makes him furious. So it's hard to work up the energy to care. In any case, I think we're a go. Now, if I might, with some relatively minor tweaks to the bacterial and pH contents of the springs, we should be able to cool them down without losing any of the coloration that makes them so special.
I don't know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
Man.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... she was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to tie? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Onikuk wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you're willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Onikuk's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Onikuk, damn him, he wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onikuk, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
Their damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry to die. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you. I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banowar is buried in Banowar. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Like
I
vomit?
like it.
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snapmaw fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Burning turkeys.
The water is at the centers of the pool should remain entirely sterile, and the cyanobacteria at the edges ought to have the exact same photosynthetic reaction. This is a real win. I mean, there will come a day when this park is open to people again. I have to believe that. And when it is, those people will want to see the prismatic springs. You know, it occurs to me, when all of this is said and done, you'll be able to swim right through those springs. It'll be like taking a warm bath.
When I did go, one of the, I mean, there are tons of different hot springs, but one that I wanted to go to, but don't think I ended up getting to, was Paint Pot. I understand it's not the most colorful, but fun to watch.
Will tourists return? Will tourists return to the park? Date, March 1st, 2045. Contact, Marnie Jeffords. Mammoth Hot Springs, Wyoming. Roosevelt Arch soars over the road to the north. Entrance of Yellowstone National Park. In the park's heyday, more than 100,000 visitors each month passed below this arch on their way to visit such celebrated landmarks as the Geyser Old Faithful, I almost said Geyser, the mighty Yellowstone River.
I was starting
and
to
the
worry
vibrant
about you three.
I didn't
prismatic
click on them,
pools.
they weren't
Right?
there.
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
Horrible! I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than Burning Turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
The vibrant Grand Prismatic Pools. Since President Ulysses S. Grant signed an act of dedication to create Yellowstone National Park in 1872, it has survived forest fires, road wars, and earthquakes to be enjoyed by nature lovers for more than 150 years. until environmental concerns throw the world into chaos. In 2051, the federal government withdrew funding from the park and transferred ownership of the state to the state of Wyoming, after which the rate of visitation slowed to a trickle. Old faithful continue their refuge to Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel, where against once devoured bison set years, blankly staring across an expanse of wilderness. The 30s saw several attempts to privatize the park. Many companies, including the powerful Faro Automated Solutions, made bids to purchase its land. After Faro's proposal was abruptly withdrawn in 2040, weakened federal protections on public parks were restored, coinciding with the easing of climate change through technical means. As the world clawed back, so too will Yellowstone. As of next week, the park will be restored to the United States government. The park will be restored to the United States government, with Faro Automated Solutions retaining the finance handoff, as well as providing funding for as yet unspecified
Okay then,
facilities.
let's see if this thing can work for me.
Tourism is already up with the advance of winter seasons. Soon, Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel and the park's walkways will bustle with life again. We look forward to your engagement. Lafayette's Last Supper.
Lafayette.
Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Look, honey, on the front page. The Du Bois Wrangler. Local family serves up last farm-grown steak to Governor Jepson. June 11th, 2038.
By the way, Pseudo says the paint pots are awesome.
Had enough from you.
Tons of tiny pools, each a different color.
Wyoming Governor Mr. Ozzie Jepson was in the Du Bois area last week for some official visits. And among the busyness of those appointments, he sat down for a very special dinner with a very special family, the Lafayette. Everyone knows the Lafayette. Who hasn't ridden one of their trails astride a sturdy played chase the gopher in the fields, or chow down on places used to bake on their farm. Their solid gold reputation is what brought the governor to their table 2 nights ago. It's no secret that raising cattle has gotten ever more difficult and expensive. A long time past are the days of herds stretching to the horizon. Why, nearly the only people who still keep cows are dude ranchers. The Lafayettes tried their best, God bless them, but they were smart enough to see what's coming down the country and banished their barns in favor of a shiny new meat growing operation a few months back. This impressive collection of vats, tubes, and belts take up almost an acre of land and allows production of over 600 meat units per data corrupted.
Alright. Let's talk to this gentleman.
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Urkai breaks something else.
It was one time!
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be alright?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, I'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A Werak in which everyone pulls their weight. takes care of each other.
What
No
a
shamans,
concept.
no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the Werak she always wished for.
Alrighty.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
It's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? That's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
Burning turkeys.
The Three Stooges.
You lost someone you care about. That leaves a wound. This sort of wound a lot of people don't recover from.
Yeah. I've got nothing but scars to show for it.
That's the point. Only survivors scar. After everything you've been through, you keep going.
We're the Scars of the North.
Scars of the North. Sounds pretty tough, doesn't it?
Thank you, Aloy. It's a good name. One we'll honor.
That's fun.
Last request. Oh son, this may be my last record in a cold and friendless land. To your ears I admit my mistake following in the well-traveled Aram's footsteps, lacking his experience or snowshoes. Yet I had always dreamed of seeing the land of the Banuk for myself. For my folly, I have been buffeted by blizzards, chased by machines, and pressed to what must be the very gates of Ban-Or. I trust there are watchtowers above, and that the Banuk will not leave a traveler to his death. But the wind drowns out my calls for aid, and any sign I make is fast extinguished. My only hope is to huddle here and wait for a break in the snow, even as I hear my pursuers drawing ever closer. O son, should this be the end, see to it that my worldly possessions are distributed equally among my 5 cousins, and my flower garden in Bride Market is watered regularly, twice daily, for the rest bells in my memory.
So, machines in the
Bergrand,
south.
how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. You know those 3 crazy Banuk are calling themselves the Scars of the North now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
It's been a long day. And all I want is to stare into the fire and lose myself for
Well, blue clean. What do we use it for?
Now that we have everything we want. That's a great question. I was told to go up by the
When the
painting.
old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. You bid me come, she said. My people need aid. Will you provide it? The machines whispered to Banakai. We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great. Banakai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banakai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banakai did not scream.
It's a boy.
Though she was in agony. Banakai did not collapse.
Giving birth.
Though
No,
her limbs
the blue flyer.
She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside.
Wait, did it the penile?
She marched toward home.
I'm confused.
The California wildfires are caused by a gender reveal.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
But the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banakai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banakai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banakai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banakai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banakai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
That explains a lot about culture.
When Sakuda's finished, we'll be able to see.
I'm getting pretty tired.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is technically all there is in the frozen wilds.
Wow.
So I'm gonna save it this fire, and I guess we'll do main story next time.
Yeah.
Weird.
I still have some other lore to read in the frozen wilds, but we can do that while we collect other stuff and do.
Yeah. You also have a bunch of loot boxes you wanted to open.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
I don't know. It's shocking.
Tired. Blue gleam. Thanks. Squirrel bone.
Ooh, I like that.
I know.
All the awesome coils. 3 of them. I'm so excited. As if our weapons couldn't get any better. Right. Let's quick save. And call it a night. A night.
A night.
Haha. Funny we are. Alright, let's see if anybody's on. Rorthik and Zori still looking for that chicken dinner, I guess. Yep. Chicken dinner it is. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for resubscribing and for being so generous with bit donations. I'm just flabbergasted at everybody's generosity.
Very awesome.
All right. Have a good night.